Alright. Hey everybody. I'll check, make sure we're live. Yeah. So happy day after Valentine's Day, also known as Half Off Chocolate Day, even though I think the stores are onto us and really didn't get much selection wise. Like I think the companion and I got our one thing each. He likes those cherry cordials and like they're always available, so it's easy for him. But for me, couldn't really find very much. I think I got some raspberry cheesecake truffles. But anyway, hope everybody had a good Valentine's Day if you celebrate. If you don't, have a good Friday, or happy Hawaiians stabbed the colonizer day. Oh, sorry. So I've been sick all week. And I'm going to try really, really hard to like move my head away and not like cough into the mic. Slowly getting better. Basically, I should never like joke about misfortunes happening to me. Like, okay, so I'm kind of witchy, but I'm not like, I don't the best Wiccan. Like, I don't do a lot of practicing, but I have, you know, I'm a poet, and I think a lot of my magic comes with like words and vibes, and I really gotta stop joking about bad things happening to me. I wrote a poem that mentions getting hit by a car, and I got hit by a car, and I wrote another poem talking about possible eye issues, and like that's more a little inevitable because I have very severe myopia and eye issues run in my family. But yeah, I also went blind in my right eye very temporarily, so let's and then a couple weeks ago, I was like, oh wow, I learned about the 12 steps of burnout. I'm kind of hovering around 11 and 12 where I should be hospitalized because of just how tired I am and the state of the world being on fire. And then I had some really, really awful shit happen, like personally with work. So I think all the stress finally got to me, but damn, I really should not joke about these things about myself because I keep manifesting them. I have tried like talking about, hey, I should write about $1 million, but I think the universe knows that like I'm very anti-capitalist, so it's just like, ah, screw you, you don't need $1 million. But I have thought about like writing a poem that's just wanting, you know, like free Palestine, world peace, get all these awful politicians out of the country. So, and I do write about them in my poem, but I guess maybe I need to be a little more intentional when I manifest. So yeah, I really gotta stop like joking about bad stuff happening to me, even though that is how I cope with my anxiety. So anyway, yeah, the companion and I don't usually do Valentine's Day. Like I said, we celebrate Half Off Chocolate Day. But we wound up going to a cool music, dance, poetry event. That was, the poems were in 4 different languages. I'm blinking on the poet, but the poetry was like about the influence of, I think, Tagore, the Indian poet, on Pablo Neruda, and how like both of them have had connections with India and Latin America. And so there were poems like in English, Spanish, Urdu, and Bengali, and then in between there was like classical Indian dance, classical Indian music, and then also flamenco music and dance, and then also just to kind of spice things up, the poetry of Lorca sung. And so yeah, it was super cool, and it just happened because today is his Magic Gaming Day, so I was like, you know, let's do something on Valentine's Day. There's no Shadows over Velda. I did have to check because my Friday nights are dedicated to Shadows over Velda, which is streamed on Alpha Aniki's Twitch. It's a VTuber D&D series that has taken over my life, and I love it. But yeah, there wasn't any. I sort of figured there wasn't, so I was like, okay, we're gonna do Valentine's Day. And like, I think it's part of it's because we've been together for so long that I just kind of didn't care. But I think, you know, he doesn't buy into that like capitalism marketing, and I like to say that I don't, but the way my gray romanticism works is that I love falling in love with the idea, like, of romance and everything. So, and also that, like, a lot of my socialization is from movies and TV. So you kind of get expectations when you grow up with it. And also, like, I don't know, like, when you're a kid and you see people getting stuff, and then even, like, as like a teenager and in college, when people are getting, like, roses and flowers to each other, and, like, you don't even get any platonically, that kind of sucks. So, yeah. I both, like, kind of poo-poo Valentine's Day because of bitterness and capitalism, but also, like, I don't know, I think, you know, if you want to enjoy time with your partner and also, like, give them silly things, I like the cheesy Valentines and stuff, like, go ahead. So, and also chocolate is great any time of the year, but, you know, hey, if we can get some specialty chocolates, I'm down. Yeah, and so yeah, that was really fun. But yeah, and so if you're kind of new to this, just a reminder, we've been playing A Date with Death. I've been playing it assuming the personality of my partner, the companion, because I noticed that just from watching others play the game that it is very much like somebody trying to date me. Somebody with his type of personality trying to date me, because I'm not a person, apparently. Like, I do need to incorporate mortal in my life a lot more, and our Grim Reaper here is way more confident than I am, but yeah, like, I, being autistic and the child of immigrants and on the asexual and aromantic spectrum, I do not understand a lot of things, or it just has taken me more time. And if you make innuendo at me, ironically, like, being an English major taught me to, like, read innuendo into things, but if you say it to my face, like, it does not compute initially. So it's been fun trying to, like, pretend I'm my partner dating me. And we're on to the DLC Beyond the Bet, where we actually will be going on an actual date, because, like, we're not really supposed to be associating with each other. Like, there are rules against Grim Reapers and humans, but, you know, screw the rules. So, yeah. Before I get to the game, just a couple of things. No shows coming up, but Burlesque and Chill let me do a guest blog. They do virtual shows and in-person shows in LA, and I got to be a part of their Halloween show a couple years ago. And I love writing, and, you know, I will share, let's see if I can find the screen. Yeah, so that's all you're gonna see from it, but yeah, if you go to the site, you get to read not only my blog posts, but posts from other burlesque performers, and you get to hear all our origin stories and what inspires us and why we do the particular type of burlesque that we do. And it's really cool. I enjoy learning about, like, other performers too, and yeah, I like sharing my my approach to burlesque, which is a little different. Like, I like being nerdy and angsty and not always super sexual, so yeah. I do have an event coming up, so non-burlesque me, under a different name, the writer me, has an event coming up on Wednesday, this upcoming Wednesday at, let's see, it's 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, with Fincabulary. It is a spoken word storytelling event. I am one of the featured artists. There's a link to the event. It's free, but you do have to sign up to get to the Zoom event because they want to make it a safe space. So yeah, if you're ever interested in some of my writing, I'm going to do something a little different, and I'm actually going to talk a lot about Shadows over Velda and the influence it has had on my writing. And because the theme is storytelling, like, what D&D actual, like, what the medium of actual play does allowed, like, in terms of storytelling and how unique it is. and then how it has inspired like my own storytelling. And so yeah, go to that event. And also I'll have to post that on socials, or you may have seen it on socials. Us in the South fandom have made a zine, and it's really cool. And so the person who put it together, Mel Raspberry, put it on their itch.io, and it's awesome. I lost my mind and wrote a sonnet for it. I hate iambic pentameter, but somehow in the course of a month I wrote 2 sonnets because I love the various online communities I've been a part of, and just got inspired. So yeah. All right. Now let's go to gaming time. So not going to be able to show you the not safe for work stuff, obviously. Yeah, but if we get to a particular scene, I'll talk about it a little bit more. And let's see, where are we? I gotta be careful because one of them is me playing through the not safe for work stuff. So I think, yeah, okay. So I think 28th is where we were at. So I'm trying to think where we left off. So we learned that the Grim Reaper, like me IRL, is really bad at cooking. Grim came over and served us, like, because we were sick, tried to take care of us, gave us pancakes, and then somehow he got sick. And that's not supposed to happen because our human viruses do not affect Grim Reapers, but somehow it does, and it's all related to this connection that we have, and partly why, like, Grim's had a hard time trying to kill us, essentially. So let's get going. I gotta check a couple things. All right. Okay, and we've been kind of talking about like date things because technically, this is beyond our bet, so we're basically stalling for time so that neither of us has to give up our soul because that means death. And then yeah, we're like horror movie night, and then oh yeah, Grim being sick, medicine. We're like, okay, well, don't know if it'll work for you, but medicine is good for you. Tastes terrible. Hey, answer this. Okay, well, I said I'd wait, but I don't actually have much to do. See, so the options are, let's see how high I can count before we get back. I'm doing a little dance to pass the time. I started doodling something just now, or I thought about eavesdropping on my neighbors. Like, because the companion is an artist, so I think it'd be doodling, even though, we have been eavesdropping on our neighbors, and, basically they are in some sort of star-crossed romance, but somebody moved out, so yeah, it's been a little quiet. But we're gonna say doodling. It's a picture of the most handsome man I know. Azrael, ha ha ha. Azrael the plushie. Yeah, she'll see. He's all muscly though. Muscly Azrael. I want to see this. Alright, that's done. Now what? Let me move a few things on my screen. I only have one screen, so I've been like trying to figure out how to make sure I can see chat and stuff. Okay. You know, so I thought I was gonna die today, or today is day 7. Let's see, today's day 7. thought I would die today is a very hot response. But I've still got my soul. I think we've kind of danced around the issue all day, or it's the elephant in the room, huh? Number 2. But there was this flyer put under my door about some outdoor Twilight festival that's being held tomorrow. Not Twilight like vampires. Immediately I was like, oh, there's gonna be Twilight jokes. Twilight like the time of day. You know what my first thought was? Wouldn't it be fun to go with Casper? Wouldn't it be fun to go alone? It would be kind of really funny if we're like, you know, there's this festival coming out, and I was like, hey, I think it'd be fun to go alone. Which is, I feel like, something I say on the inside a lot. I do try to, like, go out to enjoy people's company, but a lot of the times, like, sometimes, like, when at cons, I like going on my own if I have my own agenda, sort of stuff. But no, we want to go with Casper. And then I remember that one of the 2 of us would likely be dead by tomorrow, so... oh, it's kind of sad. We're gonna ask for an extension? It made me kind of sad. Not the thought of being dead. I mean, that sucks. The thought that we'd already run out of time. Even going to watch the fireworks together wouldn't be possible. I've enjoyed our time together, or I really like you, Casper. I really like you, Casper. You're so dumb, or you're the most arrogant person I know. I'm always gonna pick. Like, one is, I feel like, something the companion would say, but, like, dumb is a word I am trying to, like, get out of my vocab, because it's kind of ableist. Like, I know most people don't realize it, but it is, like, very negative, so I'm trying to get rid of it, so I'm going to choose 2. And, like, the ableist origins being, like, you know, deaf and dumb kind of thing. Implying, like, kind of associating that negative connotation with deafness and mutism. Yeah, and for some reason I'm into that. Are you just talking to yourself? Because the talking to yourself would be something that I would do. I don't, like, I'm the long-winded one. Kind. Actually, I don't know. We're both long-winded, but I'm the long-winded one. Like, text-wise. She'd be like, she'd go, Like me. A ghost, a demon, a Grim Reaper. So, like, technically, we're the ghosts, but so we're good. A Grim Reaper. I'm not... Wait. I am a Grim Reaper. I thought you were going to say something absurd and frankly incorrect. Sunshine, I found it. What is it? The Beginner's Guide to Soul Bridges. So yeah, Casper's been doing some research as to why we have this weird connection. That is not a real book, or I thought you could play. That is not a real book. It's real. I have not read this for many years. There was no need. Let's see. Yes. The effects of linking two souls together can be stronger if the souls are inherently compatible, or two parts of one whole. That little emoji. Wait, that's why you're sick? And the cut? So, yeah, not only, like, we found the connection, or we confirmed the connection, not just through illness, but because we got a paper cut, and Casper got a paper cut too. I believe it to be so. Linking souls usually has minor effects. I can travel our bridge to inspect your soul. We can hear each other's voices in our heads. But it's temporary. It's supposed to be, at least. It should have worn off by now. I only left the tiniest bit of my soul with you after all. So we're compatible or something? Or we complete each other? Smiley face. Definitely gotta be valid. Let's not jump to conclusions here. What would cause our connection to suddenly deepen like this? Oh. Okay, I'm getting very distracted by this thing on the side where it's like, realtors hate him, lived in a jar rent-free, find out how. And it's just so silly. Let's see, last night, or you came over, why would that make a, we touched. It wasn't just that we came over, yeah, the physical contact. You took off your gloves and touched my forehead. Remember that weird zap? Pietro. This will not do. Gods, this is the worst thing that ever happened to me. A soul of shadow and a soul of sunshine. Gods, why did I do this to myself? Hey, you could be a little less upset here, or come on, it's not that bad. Come on, it's not that bad. You and I are explicitly linked. For who knows how long. For another week, a month, a year, forever? That is not a safe thing for either of us. If either of us are hurt, the other will feel it. Pietro, please don't drink from my cup. I am overcome with the soul sickness. You, a human, will be touched by it. I have never heard of a human being affected by it. I do not know if you will survive it. You get sick, I get it too. I take your soul. Likely my soul will go too. You win the bet, and now you take my soul. You die too. Pietro. That could be a problem. That's less than ideal, or worse things happen at sea. That could be a problem. It is a problem. A huge one. One I do not know how to fix. So we just cancel the bet. I cannot. I must take your soul or die trying. If I do not move you on soon, someone else will just step in to take my place. Then how about extending it? Just for a few days? You've been after me for years. Surely a few more days is fine. Well, just while I try to reverse our connection, if my head will just stop hurting. Oh, poor Casper. It'll be alright. I'm here for you. The first one sounds condescending, and like if you know, Casper's actually been sick, so we'll go with the second one. Your presence is making it worse. Oh. Well, you're still stuck with me. It seems we have a few more days together. No more than 3, okay? It will be too dangerous otherwise. So if we get to day 10 and don't have a plan, we're both dead. Getting some stakes here. Doesn't sound so bad. Tuned by the narrative. We're like a pair of tragic lovers, or I don't have any plans to die. See, my response would be like, tuned by the narrative, or like a pair of tragic lovers, but that is not something the companion would say. I think it'd be like, I don't have any plans to die. Good, we agree on something. I don't see a way for us both to live, but, well, I'm good at making the impossible possible. What impossible things have you made possible? Things you would not know about or understand. Of course. There are many things. More things than I can describe here. Of course, totally. Thought you couldn't lie, Casper. Guess maybe hyperbole doesn't count. There's a festival tomorrow? Some kind of one. I've never been before, or I only just heard about it. We could just only hear about it. Very well. I shall keep it in mind. For now, I'm going to collapse on my bed, scream a little in frustration, roll around in anger, then hug Azrael. I feel like I should do that more often. That sounds like actually a good time when you're stressed. It's the dawn of a new day. Any day to your bet that should never have existed. You roll out of bed, put on your favorite outfit, and can't help but grin when you see the sun shining in your window. Was it always so warm, so bright? Likely, but it still feels especially nice today. You are alive. Okay, while we're here, I'm going to shut my window. So the weather here has been completely bananas, which is why I've been in like a t-shirt. Like I actually, when I was volunteering at the shelter, it got too hot, so I just like took off the long sleeve shirt I had underneath and just kept the t-shirt on. And then it got kind of stuffy in here, but as I was walking back, you could like feel the temperature dropping, and it's gonna drop like 20 or 30 degrees. And I think this like up and down is also a contributing factor to why I got sick, because I'm not very good at thermal regulation. But yeah, it was stuffy in here, and now it's kind of getting chilly, so I'm gonna close the windows. do our usual daily routines of, watering our plant. Your little sprout has grown some leaves. You can't help but feel proud as you give it a big drink of water. And then pet our kitty Richard. Want to talk to Richard or hang out with Richard? Let's chat with Richard. You sit down beside Richard and start prattling on about your day, your thoughts, your feelings, and anything that comes to mind. The best thing about a pet is that they have to sit there and listen to it. Not really, as you could see with my cats. But you think Richard doesn't really mind. They do get a lot of stuff, so your bed. Sitting on the edge of your bed, you find yourself glad to be feeling better. You lean over and smell the flowers that Casper gave you. They're already drying a little, but that's okay. You plan to press some of it into a bookmark. Now is a great time to try making potpourri. You want to use them in your journal, or everything dies eventually. See, again, like these two are things that I would do. I don't know if the companion would ever make potpourri, but he's definitely the more like actual crafty ones. Like for me, if it's not like literary, I'm just like, or I guess related to burlesque, where I'm forced to actually be crafty. I'm not crafty at all. Then you get to keep the smell for months. For now, you enjoy the beautiful bouquet, the image of Casper outside your window burned into your mind. Let me see if maybe the neighbors have anything going on. You can't help but put your ear to the door when you hear someone coming down the staircase. You hear a voice, though muffled, a different voice to any of your previous eavesdropping sessions. A different neighbor? Mom, I promise it'll be fine. Yeah, I know it's far away. You can only hear half the conversation. A phone call? It's only for a few months, then I'll be coming back. You're acting like I'm moving to another country or something. It's only a state away. What do you mean? Why are you going? Because I was asked to, and to be honest, I'm a little tired of all the traffic. And the rent in the city is insane. I promise it'll just be a few months. Help run the antique store until Auntie gets back. Get some fresh air, and then come home. No, I've never run a store before, but her letter said she has some staff who can help me. Hang on. Alright, Pietro, why is your tail wet? I guess you just groomed. Okay. Alright, Pietro is the troublemaker, so I constantly have to figure out why. If something is up with him, or if he's just doing a bad job of grooming. Plus, it's an antique store in a tiny town in the middle of nowhere. It's not exactly rocket science. The voice lets out a soft sigh. Alright, Mom, I'll talk to you later. Yeah, I love you too. And with that, the person finishes their call. God, she worries too much. What's the worst that can happen? The footsteps continue descending the staircase until they reach the bottom, and the door creaks open, then shuts. Then silence. Just like kind of skimming over the little books and excerpts, and it's something that I'll probably go back and read because it's kind of cool that I believe at least the Beyond the Bat ones are fan contributions. Alright, let's see if Casper's on and feeling better. The sun is shining, the sky is blue, my little Reaper, how are you? Wakey, wakey, Grimo, do you feel better? Or seeing as I lived through the night, I'd say the cold didn't snuff you out. Oh man. Let's do the second one. Like, companion's kind of cheesy. Grim ah. Grim eh? Grim e? Grim o? You've used that one already, Amy. Like, that was my thought. I'm like, we already did that. Grim, ooh. Congratulations, mortal. You know what vowels are. Grimmy. Never mind. Sometimes Y is used as a sneaky vowel, or I'd like to see you do better. Look at that. I wouldn't want it to feel left out. That's something I would say. It is a letter, it cannot feel left out. In fact, it cannot feel anything at all. As for your question, did you spend your entire night worrying about me? Do I consume that much of your thoughts? Honestly, yeah. Sounds like you were thinking about me, buddy. Or I was more worried about myself, truthfully. I'm gonna go with the second one. I gotta antagonize him. You're sitting there imagining me imagining you. To be fair, kinda. Do you like me that much? I do not know what you were talking about. You like me. I am adjusting this headset because I think my glasses got a little wonky from a couple of accidents in aerial and pole class. Who? Me? I like your soul. I like the idea of taking it. What about me as a whole? You are satisfactory. Aha. That just reminds me of so. I like finding Valentines to share on my Facebook and kind of to represent me. It's usually David Tennant, that's 10th Doctor, being like, the curse of the Time Lords is to be forever alone. That's probably my favorite like anti-Valentine ever, but I'm finding like cheeky ones and then tagging the companion in it. And someone made one of Mr. Darcy's that said, "You are tolerable," and so I use that for this year. So you are satisfactory. I might have to make one with Grimmy. I'm actually gonna screenshot that for a second. Okay. It's like, well, you are right about that. I would be very good at satisfying you. Heyo. See, this is what I mean by this is how our conversations go IRL. And then yeah, I would be scandalized, which I imagine Grimmy is, and then like I could cook you a meal or I could brush your hair. That would be satisfying. Oh. You meant that kind of... See, I told you he was scandalized for 2 seconds. You meant that kind of thing. What did you think I meant? Nothing at all. Ha ha ha, you're so cute. Fantasize all you wish, or so cute yet such a dirty boy. Huh. I'm gonna call him a dirty boy. Moving on. Yeah. How are you feeling today then? I am feeling much better. I hadn't known how unlike yourself you feel when sick. Oh my god, so true. Like, my hands are not my own. My body was someone else's. But now I feel much more like myself, thank the lords. Not keen on getting sick anytime soon. Absolutely not. But there were a few good things to come from us being both sick. You touched me, which is true. We got to comfort each other. You got to lay in my bed. You got to experience something new. Oh, we always have to pick the one with the emoji. It's pretty comfy, don't you think? I could barely tell. Oh, are you uncomfortable? Uncomfortable is not exactly the right word. Was it slightly excruciating? Yes. My bed? No. Sleeping beside you. Oh, sorry. Oh, is Casper a light sleeper? I didn't know you wouldn't like it. No. It is not that. I am just unused to being close to someone. And when that someone is you, how would I be able to sleep? Oh. So you actually liked it. No further comment. Aw, little Casper likes sleeping next to me. You're a cutie. Our relationship in the beginning? Hardly. Sunshine, what do you know about birthdays? So I was gonna say, I think our relationship, I am a light sleeper, so I was not initially a fan of sharing a bed. But I think it was actually the companion who was uncomfortable, because, he runs at a higher temperature, so, it was too warm. Because I don't need it to be that cold to, burrito myself. But then when there's, another heat source, and one that, is good at thermoregulation, even now, still, I get, especially in the winter, I get cold, and then I'm like, yeah, I've got one person and a cat, sometimes two cats. It's gonna be great. And then I'm kick off all the blankets, and I'm like, I regret this. And then I'm cold because the cats leave, and eventually he leaves, or I just don't have blankets and it's cold. And so yeah, like I said, thermal regulation is a struggle for me. And that was the one love-hate thing I had with being on SSRI. It's it made me internally warmer, which was super unbearable here in the Texas summer, and I would get night sweats. But at the same time, I could at least figure out that, okay, I'm gonna run at a higher temp and deal with it. And snowboarding was amazing when I ran really high. So now I actually kind of get cold, but you're moving around, so that's at least better. But if you're going to watch a contest, that's when you turn into a human popsicle. So, okay, birthdays. That is the day of one's birth, Casper. They're fun. They're time to celebrate. I've never really done much on my birthday. It would be a little snarky. Let's choose between snarky or never really done much, because, the companion isn't the biggest on birthdays. Ah, I forgot I was talking to the monarch of sarcasm. Yeah, non-binary terms. I think we can both have that title. If it is you, I suppose I do not mind sharing. But birthdays. What kind of things do people do on the days of their birth? Life sacrifices? Feasts? Maybe not the life sacrifices thing, or yeah, there's lots of maybe not the life sacrifices thing. Or at least not anymore. At least the last party I went to at McDougal's didn't have any. I'm starting to feel like I'm missing out. Yeah, I was like, maybe I should demand some life sacrifices for my birthday. Perhaps that is an opportunity. A gap in the market, so to speak. Think I should start offering children's birthday party live sacrifices? Well, you're talking to a Grim Reaper, you know. Could help with the quota. I'm not saying you shouldn't. Noted, I'll start considering it, or I think I'll pass this thing. Feasts, though. Yeah, in a way, those are pretty common. Like going to a restaurant on your birthday. Why do that over eating what you enjoy at home? Some people suck at cooking, or the atmosphere of restaurants makes it enjoyable. I'd say some people suck at cooking. I feel like with both of us, our attitudes have kind of changed, you know, in a post-COVID world. They'll sit at home eating cup noodles all day. And never eat a good meal. So going out somewhere is nice. That feels very pointed. What's wrong with eating cup noodles? They're tasty, but they're not super nutritional. If that's all you eat, that can't be good for you. Do Grim Reapers have to worry about this? I would disagree. I am in peak physical form. Imagine the even peaker physical form you could be in then. I will consider it. Though I cannot imagine my body being any more perfect than it is now. To be honest, neither can I or trust in the vegetables, Grim. We'll give it to him. I don't know. I feel like I used to be the one, like, about the vegetables, even though the companion cooks and has his obligatory vegetables. I admire mortals who are honest, you know. Keep admiring me then, Grimmy. I don't mind being honest about your looks. Let us put aside other people's birthday activities. What is your birthday activity of choice? If I had to pick anything, I'd go on a fancy overseas vacation, stay at home and play games all day. I'd go and see a movie. It doesn't matter as long as I spend it with someone I love. Well, it's definitely gaming because, you know, guess who's away playing Magic right now? Yeah. Even though I think we would go to a friend's place who can accommodate more people. Is that so different than any other day? Yes. And before COVID, we had like a cider arcade, and that was like his place to go. I also get to stuff my face with cake. If nothing else, it sounds relaxing. You get it. But why all this talk of birthdays? That is, I was walking amongst the halls of my workplace last night. While you were sick? Casper, are we going to work sick? I say that, and you know, I kind of was going to work. There's not enough time to worry about that. I had to find out more about our strange connection. A link beyond the one I created between us. It was late. I happened to overhear some superiors talking quietly. For context, I am of the 13th station, Grim Reaper number 8394. They have said that. Those numbered 8100 to 8400 of the 13th station were created on this day many decades ago. Oh, if you follow 2.5 Studios who created this, they've been releasing links to the prequel webtoon, so we do actually learn about like how Casper got his start. Wait a second. Today is your birthday? It is a stretch of the word, perhaps, but it is something like that. An anniversary day for my creation. Happy birthday, Casper! You never knew before. Thank you. And no, I did not. Things like birthdays, names, these do not matter to a Grim Reaper. Not including you, right? I am becoming more different from my brethren each day. It is worrisome. I think it's great. Is it so bad? Or you're more and more human every day? We think it's great. I worry that what I was content with previously will no longer fulfill me. Yes, Casper, stop making your life revolve around your job. And that changes everything I am, everything I live for. It is disconcerting. Well, I'm sorry you feel like that. I, for one, am enjoying this Grim Reaper with unexpected emotions and attachments. If you could do anything, or hey Casper. Let's see what hey Casper does. Hey Casper. Forget other people. What would you do for your birthday if you could? I'm unsure of what to pick. It seems there are many options. It doesn't need to be that deep, or don't think too hard. Don't think too hard. It could be anything. Your imagination's the limit. It could be anything. Well, I would enjoy seeing a sight I have never seen before. Like, you're awfully pressing. Something very human. Something fleeting. Like love, fireflies. How about the Aurora Borealis? Like the Aurora Borealis one. That's a cool sight. I have seen the Northern Lights before. They are very beautiful. Oh, jealous. See, I don't know if the companion would be jealous. I'm jealous. My desktop background is actually some snowboarders who decided to. It took them many years to get the right moment because of COVID and stuff. But they did a session under the Northern Lights. I think in Norway, it's my favorite snowboarder, Sally Sandbeck, with Torgeir Bergrum and Rene Congus, who is also amazing. They're all really amazing, and they did it's a short film called Green Hour, and it's just snowboarding under the Northern Lights, and it's gorgeous and amazing. Being jealous of me is like a natural state for others. Wow, what a line. Alright, Mr. Show Off. You would like to see it. Like, yeah. One day I hope, or I feel like it won't ever happen. You're gonna be optimistic or best? Let's be a little optimistic today. You know, if this whole dying thing doesn't work out. I could take you there. You could. It is a simple trip for someone like me. I thought you wouldn't let me fly with you. Perhaps I have reconsidered. If you fall, you will only have yourself to blame, though. What if you drop me? It will be because of something you have done, not the other way around. I do not make mistakes. Then count me in. That can come later. For celebrating the day of my creation, I am still not sure what I would do. I mean, I won't be doing anything. No hell-themed birthday party? No. How about putting on a party hat? No, that would look stupid. Pin the tail on the imp? What? That's preposterous. Imps would not appreciate that in the slightest. It's not a real imp, dummy, or how do you know? You ever asked an imp? I have not, but who would appreciate anything being stuck in them like that? Are imps real or not in this world? You never know if you don't ask. You look cute with the tail, Grimmy. Me. You when I'm done with you. Yeah, we gotta go with that one. You want to pin a tail on me? Oh, well, we're gonna more like pin you down to the bed. And then, well, what would you like me to do? What would you desire? You shouldn't answer a question with a question. Why not? Fine. I want to touch your hair first. We are a little obsessed with Casper's hair. Run my fingers all the way down to the ends. And then you'll have to come over and see. Can't spoil all the fun, can I? You are frustrating, mortal. And I believe we are barely talking about pin the tail on the imp any longer. No. So frustrated you have to call us. Wow, way to call out of the blue. I grow sick and tired of being, and I long to see your face. Oh. It's like, did you miss me? I did, actually. Yo. That is awfully honest of you, Grimmy, or I didn't expect you to just say it. I am always honest. It's like, oh, I didn't really think you'd... Right, well, that's nice. Very good. I may have missed you too. There's a chance, perhaps. It's like, no, you're always truthful. Definitely not always honest. Oh, I'm calling them out. They're different things. You know me so well, sunshine. Somehow. Or it's weird, isn't it? Say somehow. It really does feel like we've known each other forever. Like, strangely, I feel the same way. Perhaps an after effect of our souls being linked. Hey, Casper. Have you ever seen fireworks? Fireworks. I cannot say I have. They're usually used in celebrations. Not a lot of overlap with my line of work. Why? I was going to say like funeral fireworks, but actually, in college, one of my friends died and kind of suddenly, and so we did a memorial, and his wish, according to his brother, was to, what did he say? Oh, a Roman candle vigil. So the the administrators, or at least the people of our dorm, our residential college, looked away while we set off a couple of Roman candles and lit some sparklers. It was kind of amazing, and yeah, I think more people should have Roman candle vigils. No, I was just thinking that it'd be perfect for your birthday. It's fleeting, it's beautiful, it's human. Huh. Then I would like to see these fireworks sometime. Together, then. Perhaps. Not very committed, but I'll take it. Yeah, I was like, Casper, you're near perhaps. Anyways, Casper, can I ask you something? Believe, even if I wanted to stop you, I could not. I really want to know more about Reapers. You know more than enough. Too much, some would say. Hey, other Reapers are boring anyways. You have me, the most interesting one around. More like the smelliest. Oh. Like, well, though some should zip their yappers, or it's nowhere near more than enough. I know you guys have a whole ass city, state, country down there. Correct, it is a vast city, bigger than many of your countries. I know you guys live forever. Most of the time, yes. Most of the time. We cannot die through aging, and most of the time cannot be injured. It's like, you're not talking about that. But the soul sickness can take us. It takes many. Alright. What else do I even know? You eat cup noodles, so you have grocery stores. Correct. Having to travel all the way to the mortal plane for food would be tedious. He says, so I am a fan of your fast food, now I'm hungry. Man, Crimmy, your diet, like, not great. It's like Grim plus Nuggets equals happy. Do you have farms? Is there an underworld music industry? Or wait, do you have arcades? They're talking about food. Let's go to farms. Like, do you grow your own food? We do, yes. Now, I believe much of our food is still imported from your world in bulk. I wonder how that works. Like, how do you facilitate this exchange? Or do they, like, mind wipe the people? Now, I have questions. So, if I suddenly moved there, I'd be good for food? I do not think you should move here, Sunshine. Why not? Oh, he's blushing. It is not a place for mortals. Is the food all made of fire? I think your picture of the underworld is incorrect. It is not some fiery hellscape. What is it actually like? It is warm, I suppose. In a literal sense. There is no fire or lava, but the climate leans towards warm. I really was picturing rivers of lava. You have many nonsensical thoughts in that head of yours. So many nonsensical thoughts. Sometimes I worry about you. It's the brain rot, Grimmy. Yeah, I do, thanks for noticing. There is no sun, so our days are filled with near pitch darkness. Why he's so pale? Doesn't see the sun, just like me. We do have a moon. No stars, though. Brain rot, an apt description for you. I think that would explain why you keep calling me baby girl and Pookie. Have we called him Pookie? Wait. It's dark during the day and lighter at night? I suppose so. Is that so strange? It's like, it's cool. I can't imagine it, or it sounds cold. I said it was warm in climate, but I would say the atmosphere leans towards cold. The people who live here are many things, but most keep to themselves. Maybe that's just what you think, seeing as you're not much of a people person. Maybe if the people who lived here were more likable, then I would give them a chance. Sounds like me so much. A big maybe. A very unlikely one. Why is Grimmy and I so... we're too much alike. Maybe someone just needs to give people a chance. I would rather gouge out my eyes than eat them. You kind of weird, Casper. I have one important person anyway, that's plenty for me. Oh, why are we so... He and I are so alike. In some regards. What was that? Nothing. I said something along the lines of, I hate nearly everyone, obviously. Nearly everyone. I think you said something. Aw, am I your one and only? Imagine if I cloned myself. I guess you know. One is terrible and perfect. Mostly terrible. But if you had more friends, we could throw a big birthday party for you. I do not want a big birthday party. Wait. I bet you'd be really into stupid party games. Like, I can picture, or yeah, that's the gap in the way I signed up for. Like, a grumpy Grim Reaper who's secretly into party games. Once again, no. Party games are made for children. Perhaps you are easily confused, as I am far from a child. I am a poor boy deprived of party games. But with just the two of us, what party games can we play? Pass the parcel would be kind of lame. So would What's the Time, Mr. Wolf? See that? That's a kid's game. What's the time, Mr. Wolf? What a stupid name for a game. Wolves would not tell the humans the time. Yeah, well, kids like it, or I like it, and I'm not a kid. Yeah, it's one of the games we would play when I was teaching in Japan. Yeah, well, kids like it. Yes, well, I do not. You know what? No, please enlighten me. This should be entertaining. I bet you'd enjoy a piñata. You could beat the crap out of it. Or you could use your scythe on it. This is so absurd. Maybe it could be therapeutic for you? How would that be therapeutic? Like a rage room, but in piñata form. I don't know. Well, I was always quite good at splitting a piñata in two, I'll give you that. Oh, you were. You've had a piñata before then. That's surprising. Wait a second. No, I have not. What? Why? Casper? I'm certain I've never... But for a moment there, memory just appeared. That is not a memory I recognize, and yet it lingers in my subconscious. Why do I remember something I have never experienced? Maybe you forgot, or maybe it was kind of lame so you pretend it never happened. And lame is not another one of those words I'm trying to eliminate from my vocabulary, so I'm gonna go. Maybe you forgot. But I've never had a birthday or celebrated someone else's. Of that, I am certain. But I remember being good at it. Excellent, in fact. But with a scythe? That's a little weird. My aim was always true. They would praise me for it. It's like also the person who Casper used to be, a Mexican, which would be kind of cool. And yeah, that's a little stereotyping, but I was like, oh, just, I don't know, like the idea of Casper, if Casper was based on immortal being non-white. You've always been like you are now, right? Exactly, as you see me now, yes. Are you sure? I have lived many years, and I have never changed. And before that? There was no before that. I was created to be a reaper. I have always been this. Like, what if you're wrong, or if that isn't the case? What if you're wrong? You can't lie. But you say you remember this. That means it's true, right? And yet, it's also not a memory you should have. What are you getting at? Like, I could not even begin to hope to be something else. I've always been this. I I've always loved this until... Oh no, he's having an existential crisis. I like you for you, Casper. I'm not trying to cause any alarm here, but do you think they could have altered your memories? That is a large accusation to throw around, Sunshine. It's just a guess. It's not like I have any evidence here. And yet, it could be plausible. I've always wondered how we were given souls being artificially created like we are. God, sorry, you seem stressed now. Are you okay? Let me ask if he's okay. I am just running some things through my head, I suppose. And I cannot deny the probability being 0. It is unlikely, but more unlikely things have been true. This organization has always been secretive, selective about what information is shared. Perhaps there is an apt reason for their unwillingness to disclose information. If they caught wind of this conversation, though, this is something of a taboo subject. Reapers follow strict protocols and don't ask questions. We do not question authority, we simply obey. You think you'd be in trouble for having this conversation? There could be dire consequences. They could question my loyalty to the organization, and that could lead to my termination. But there is also you to consider. Ugh, what a mess. I am breaking so many rules here, Sunshine. I don't like the thought of anything happening to you. Bad things happen to me, fine. To you, I could not accept it. Sorry, Casper, or maybe I should have kept my thoughts to yourself. Yeah, sorry, Casper. No, I'm thankful, really. For you, for this. I have always been my job, but with you, I am Casper. Oh, I have never felt such happiness, I suppose. What a foreign word. Casper, I feel I have many decisions to make, and you are beyond distracted. In the best ways, I promise. I'll talk to you soon, okay? You're going already? I won't be gone long, you know me. Try as I might, I cannot bring myself to stay away. You are an addicting ray of light. Are you sure you're okay? Or I don't want to leave you alone. Sure, okay. I'm okay. Please don't worry about me. Hey, don't give me that look. Stop pouting. Just wait for me, alright? I'll see you soon, Sunshine. Does he even know the details about our proposed date? As the call comes to an end, you see your reflection on the black screen. That's always the worst part. At the end, you're back to just being by yourself. You look out the window. Already the sun is beginning to set. It's funny how fast time seems to pass when you talk to Casper. For a moment, you imagine drifting through time forever to be with him. A silly thought, really. The soft glow of moonlight slowly begins to drift across your desk as you watch time bleed across the sky. There's never enough time. I suppose that's why it's important to make the most of the time you have. Oh, a knock on your apartment door pulls you from your thoughts. Casper? I told you, didn't I? You'd see me soon. What the hell are you doing here, or why do you always turn up out of nowhere? That's what the hell you're doing here. Not that I mind. Hey, you know how to use a door. That's impressive. Are you coming or not? What do you mean? Right here, Casper. You kind of built up to that. Okay. What? I did not mean it like that. God, I need to watch what I say around you, don't I? Yep, you do, buddy. Will you, just come with me already? You wanted to go to this festival, correct? I'm here to go with you to the festival. Like a date? Yes, you could call it that. This festival, you, me, a date. I appreciate Casper being straightforward. I wish
I was better at that. I think I waffle when I'm not sure if things are confirmed or not, and I think, like I said, I need both Casper's confidence and like assertiveness. If you don't want to, then I might not care. Like, of course I want to, but you could have warned me ahead of time. There's nothing I want more right now, or is it safe for you? We're still concerned, so. No, of course not, but it is a risk I'm willing to take. I want to go with you. I want to experience this human fleetingness with you. Oh, let's go then. A date. The two of you exit your apartment and Casper leads you to the staircase. Don't want to use the elevator? Elevator? No, it's still out of order. You know, after I tried to kill you. Like, right. I forgot about that. Like, right. Besides, I do not trust the things. They are evil contraptions. Okay, but actually, I kind of feel the same, because, I don't know if it's because I'm, like, not very tall, or just some sensors are just crappy. I've almost been crushed by an elevator. One time while I was going to the hospital to deal with another thing, so yeah. Elevators. If you ever see me walk in, I walk in with, like, my arms like this, because you don't want to stick your arm out, because that's going to break your arm, so I kind of, like, I was just like, well, if I put my whole, like, shoulder into it, I can at least, like, get a little bit of a warning, and it'll be, like, kind of harder to, like, get to, you know, my head or something. Yeah, I don't trust elevators, because I've almost been smushed. And actually, like, the companion doesn't think I'm insane, because one time at a convention, he's got a cane for his steampunk look, and he tried to hold it. He thought, like, the cane was enough to hold the elevator doors open, and was not, and it almost broke his cane. So yeah, elevator sensors are awful, and I wish they could, like, be better. So yeah, right, big evil hunks of metal. Like, well, I need to get my steps up anyway. I hate the stairs, I'll do it for you. Or race you to the bottom. I need to get the steps up. Oh. The two of you start the short walk towards the festival, catching some curious glances on the way. Yeah, Casper kind of doesn't look like a normal mortal. Yeah, you aren't too surprised. Casper's somewhat unique in appearance, and also hot. You can't forget that. You don't miss the way he takes a step closer to walk beside you. The sky above is dark, but there is still a slight warmth to the air despite the departed sun. It's easy to find where the festival is taking place, as music and laughter carry on the breeze. I like that it's like, I don't know, the festival, when they say festival and fireworks, like, in my head I was thinking like a Japanese, like, matsuri, because they always end in fireworks, whereas here, you know, in the States, not always, but yeah, I like this Western style games kind of thing. The walk is short, and before long, you arrive at a street filled with booths and little knickknacks, food, and carnival games. Lanterns hanging from strings above cast the area in a soft orange glow. It's bustling with activity. There are people dancing and singing, and the atmosphere is contagious. The moment the two of you enter, you can't help but grin. Although not even just like the way Casper looks, like, well, he dresses like a J-rocker a little bit. So yeah, people are gonna stare at you, because I've definitely done that, and people think it's a little odd, but that suits you. What does? A smile. Oh, it suit you too, you know. How about giving it a try? You note a small frown forming between Casper's eyes as his gaze darts around the crowd. Not your kind of place, after all. It's not that. I tend to avoid such gatherings of mortals. Their auras are a tad overwhelming, but beyond that, I feel as if I ever truly fit in. Oh, that's like actually something different. Where I kind of like crowds. Like I'm a very strange, like maybe I'm not actually introverted. Like I'm this weird, you know, hybrid introvert, extrovert where I like being able to disappear in crowds. I like the energy of people. See, it's the labor I have to spend, or it's the energy I have to spend like interacting with people and being polite and stuff that I hate. So I actually sometimes don't enjoy the more intimate settings because then I have to interact with people. Whereas like, you know, like a burlesque show or a drag show, I can just kind of, if I'm not performing, you can kind of go hide in the back. And then just, if people see me, they're just like, oh, hey, and then I'm like, hey, and then, you know, they go off. Do not mistake it for me not enjoying myself, though. To be here by your side is yes. It's yes. Yes. That doesn't make any sense. Good. If this is supposed to be a date, then the already shrinking distance between the two of you shortens again when he takes your hand in his tentatively. Aww. It's for the true festival experience. Don't have to explain holding hands, Casper. Even I didn't do that. Right, of course. He squeezes his hand. He squeezes it back. This is a perfect opportunity to introduce you to little mortal delights. That doesn't sound family friendly. Casper, or wow, look who's being dirty now. You lead Casper towards the stall of balloons attached to the back wall. Behold, this is as close to a party game as we'll find here, I think. Let's try it. I bet I can pop more than you. You just pop them? With darts, yeah. And if I win, what do you offer me? Oh? You really do like bets. You were the one saying you could beat me. Well, how about we keep it simple this time? Considering our last bet has gone a little, you know, simple it is then. What would you ask of me? Bragging rights. Whoever wins has a lifetime of bragging rights over it. Simple enough, eh? And the bragging rights I shall win. I accept these terms. Prepare yourself, my little human. People are gonna look at you funny if you call me that stupid. Together with Casper, the two of you pay the person running the booth and receive 6 darts, 3 each. You can't help but notice as he explains the rules that Casper has an extremely serious look on his face. Oh yeah, he's ready for this. So yeah, we're gonna try to look tough, try to look prepared for war, try to look effortlessly cool through putting in some effort. I'm gonna try to look tough. I can picture the face that like the companion has. You hear a pop of air leave Casper's lips as he glances at your display. A laugh. It's like music to your ears. You both stare down the multicolored bullets. You should know that I have immaculate aim. Any other game, perhaps you would have had a chance of winning. What a shame for you. Like you talk big, but we'll see. You watch a smirk come over Casper's face as he throws the first dart. Pop, a balloon dies for your amusement. It was just a lucky shot, or you better not be cheating. Lucky? Luck does not play into the sunshine. That was skill. You lift your arm and stare down one of the balloons. Target acquired. Focus, or he does nothing. Let's be focused. You pause a little bit for dramatic effect. Casper laughs beside you. Your dart flies towards its target, and with a satisfying pop, finds purchase. Take a little bow or wink at Casper. We're gonna be very bombastic about this. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Honestly, my god, or the pressure is on now. I have heard of this. They call it beginner's luck. Same could be said for you, or I've played this plenty of times, Casper. Well, I am feeling pretty lucky. We just told them it was lucky. Unless you have done this before. I have not, or I do not think I have anyway. Casper raises both hands, a dart in each. Don't be foolish, it's impossible. Or oh ho, someone is picking up their game, or this will be funny when they both miss. I think we're gonna say this will be funny when they don't. Popcorn prepared. You truly never stop yapping. Do not distract me. Boo or la la la. Oh, I'm so noisy. Don't miss. Both darts leave his hands, and 2 balloons go pop. What a show off. Or I can absolutely do that too. Let's call him a show off. I'm sure it's easy. You mimic his posture and raise 2 darts. Feel strong, powerful. This'll be easy. You let the darts fly. The moment would have been epic, a tale to pass down the ages had any balloons popped. They did not. Ha, unsurprising, honestly. We'll need to work on honing these so-called skills of yours, Sunshine. Ha, embarrassing, or I missed on purpose, obviously. This game was made for me. There's no need to feel shame. You had already lost before you even attempted the shot. It is no matter. I have won this bet, Sunshine. Don't get too used to the feeling, Little Reaper. Taking Casper's hand, the 2 of you continue to stroll around the festival. You take in the lights, the colors, the smells, and the sights. It's like, oh, we don't get a prize? We even get like a tiny little plushie? More importantly, you take in Casper's reaction to everything. There's a wide-eyed look of awe on his face. It's as if he's singing a new world for the first time. It is decidedly human of him. Every now and then he brags about winning your bet, but mostly he just lets you pull him from one booth to the next, enjoying the atmosphere. It's endearing. He is genuinely excited, having a good time, together with you. Your heart hammers away in your chest and you try to think of the last time you had so much fun. How long has it been? Too long, far too long. This frustratingly charming, yet surprisingly easily flustered man is to blame. He had you grinning from ear to ear before you even realize it. Your train of thought is interrupted as a streak of light soars into the night sky, then erupts into a colorful firework. Casper sucks in a breath, his eyes wide as he watches. Pretty, huh? I knew you'd like them. Or what do you think? What do you think? I think this is my favorite art from that they've released. Yeah, it's gorgeous. Like, they are so fleeting, so brief. Yeah. All the good things are. They're beautiful. They're one moment, then gone the next. We keep the memory of them forever. Very human indeed. I can see why you humans like these festivals. Surely you have festivals in the underworld too, or you've really never been to one? They're different where I'm from. They're not a celebration of life, really. There are no fireworks or balloons or charming dates. Thank you for coming with me. Aw. I should be thanking you, Casper. You're the reason we're here. I wouldn't have thought to come if not for you. There's so much I wouldn't have done if not for you. You are divine, amazing, the best mortal in the whole world. Everything. You really embody the best parts of mortality, the best parts of life. I feel lucky to have met you despite how much of it pains me to admit that. You were supposed to be another job. I'm good at playing hard to get hey, or sorry, I am an overachiever. God, you're an idiot. Oh, he's blushing again. You'd like it though. For some reason, no, it's beyond reason. You're an idiot, but I like it. How stupid. Aw, shit. Is something wrong, or what now? Say something wrong. I cannot help but have these thoughts, these unwanted feelings. It sounds dangerous, or thoughts of. I enjoy spending time with you, like this. Online too, of course, but here, together, in person, it is wonderful. This was not supposed to happen. It still should not happen. And yet, I want to throw that to the wind. To just do what I wish to for once in my long life. You mean? The fireworks continued to burst above you. The colors danced across Casper's face. Sunshine, oh, he's covering his mouth when he says it. I like you. I really, really like you. I love you. I never meant to, but I do. Every day I want to wake up and hate you. But there has always been a part of me that is drawn to you, like a moth to a flame. I thought if I could just win our bet, then I would rid myself of these feelings. But now I do not want to win. I wouldn't mind losing, not to you. Because the thought of losing you even for a moment tears me apart. His words hang in the warm air. The fireworks continue. He looks scared, fragile, for only this moment, nervous. Say I love you too. I feel the same. You know that. Or do you really love me? Both. I love you too. You what? So he did not know that. Because Casper and I are oblivious. I said I love you, and I do. Gods. To hear those words spoken from those lips in your voice, it is enough to destroy a man. Oh, I love that line. Don't go getting destroyed on me now, Casper. I have hoped. I have prayed, even if I know no one listens to me. That is what you have done to me. Oh, another really good line. Say it one more time, please. Sunshine, I love you. I can't tell you how much I've wanted to hear you say that. I feel like I've known for a while, but I've dreamt of a moment like this. But the first one, because he's been dodging. Casper and I do not like to admit our feelings. I was hoping too, without even realizing I was hoping. This feels like a dream. Love is extremely dangerous, Sunshine. It shouldn't be. For us, it will be. I don't mind. I'm sure between the two of our huge brains, we can work something out. You seriously lack self-preservation skills. Are you going to be in trouble? Are you breaking rules if we're together? I don't plan on letting headquarters find out. If they remain unaware, then we'll have some time, I hope. We can be careful. Can you be careful, Sunshine? It's not really like you. No, but I can try. For of course, careful is one of my middle names after all. But I know I can try. Yeah. Ah, please, if anyone is listening, allow me this one happiness. Oh. You know, this is the best date I've ever been on. Truly. Good. I'm glad. You deserve only the best. I got to witness you experiencing so much for the first time. That's the best. And, well, I'm just glad to be here with you for the first time, or for the time we have. If I could have my way, I would be with you forever. It was the way I was made. Well, I'll take whatever moments we were given. Do you want to go back to your apartment? Yeah. Unless you need to go, I'll come back with you. Stay the night with me, please. You want me to stay? I just want to be beside you for a little longer, please. Or I want to feel you, every part of you. I'm gonna go with the second one, even if we're gonna skip the not safe for work stuff. Oh, being a little bashful. I want that too. To feel everything with you. Then let's go. I'll show you everything. Oh, what a line. Your chest feels warm, your heart full. He holds your hand so delicately, like it's only natural that the two of you are connected like this. A happy feeling blooms from the inside of you as you break into a run, pulling Casper along through the streets. You laugh, he laughs. Life is fleeting, but good. You reach your apartment and pull Casper inside, closing the door behind you for the night. So yeah, we are going to skip it because otherwise I am never going to have a Twitch account again. But, gee, I'm going to see where this ends up. So, has sleep ever come so easily to you? No, you think it hasn't. How did you survive so long without this warmth, without the weight of a person beside you? Your dreams that night were peaceful, like sunlight poking out after a rainy day. Pause for a second. Okay, I think I pause here. So, I'm going to talk a little bit about the not safe for work scene in case anybody is curious, and because I have played that part ahead of time because I wanted to know. So, go back to webcam mode. So, yeah, I do appreciate that it gives us kind of like a kind of non-sexual option. Because, yeah, I think sleeping is intimate too. I think I like that. That's perfectly fine in itself. But yeah. So basically, it's a sex scene essentially. It's one of the two in the game, and just because of our little soul bond thing, and also the fact, if you notice, Casper always wears gloves, and the only time he didn't was when he was like feeling our forehead when we were sick, and that caused, the little zappy thing, and our souls to be connected more. So there's a bit of like the fact that we can feel what each other is feeling is part of the sex scene. But I wanted to talk about it because holy crap, like not much actually happens during the scene. A little bit, like, yeah, it does get parts do come out, you do see it, and so but like not all the clothes gets taken off, and for the good like few several lines, it is all about just removing a single glove. And like the way it's written, I was just like, this is like peak burlesque. This is what burlesque is all about. Like, you're not really taking anything off. We're not even really taking the glove off. And I will demonstrate, because I happen to have gloves at my desk because I sometimes when my eczema was really bad, I had to just basically wear cotton gloves all the time. So hey, I was cotton like Casper for a summer, except in a not fun, cool way. So but basically, like, we take it off like this. So basically there's like 2 or 3 lines that's dedicated to doing this, just like pulling it up, and Casper is letting us take the reins and like just like I said, this is all about burlesque, and this is what I love as a burlesque performer, especially as like a gray asexual burlesque performer. Like, I think straight up sex itself is something that I'm like, okay, it's fine, I enjoy it, but like not something I seek. I don't find it as exciting. I think everything around sex and sexuality is much more fascinating. I love subtext, I love tension, I love the anticipation, I love the power that comes with taking control of that tension, and that is why I'm a burlesque performer. On top of just also burlesque being a really interesting avenue to celebrate fandom, but part of why I got into burlesque is the like fascination with taboo, like the taboo of femsexuality. And then also like I was like, oh, like doing these movements is considered dirty, but why? Like this is your body. Like, shouldn't we be feeling comfortable in our body? Well, you know, why not move our bodies this way? And then learning the actual striptease part was just really interesting for me, because it is all about like building tension and anticipation. It's like that part in Rocky Horror where, you know, it's the anticipate and then you finally get patient. That is like part of burlesque. So yeah, the whole scene, I was just like, going a little bit like kind of like fanning out over how well it's written, how much tension was created, and like that anticipation. And it's all from just like doing this, pausing, and Casper waiting. We as the player are waiting, and then you finally get the whole thing off. And also, I don't take off gloves that way that often, so it was also just a nice reminder of like, hey, I could do this. I tend to, because I am drawn towards like nerdy characters and also angsty scenes, there's a lot of just like ripping the gloves off. But I do come from a classic burlesque background, and that is like what I was taught. But I tend to do more you know, this little playful teasing this way, or with their teeth. So yeah, it was just kind of something where I was like, well, I guess if I ever have shorter gloves, you can do it with longer gloves going this way. Two performers I really love that are great with glove teases, like Medianoche and Midnight Martini, get really creative. But Medianoche also gets like, she'll take the longer glove and go this way, and it's, you know, it's a little dirty and stuff. So yeah, just that was your little burlesque lesson that I decided to insert in. Since we can't play the not safe for work scenes, I figured I would do a little mini lecture about what it means to tease, what it means to build up anticipation, and basically how you can have the sexiest thing in the world and not take off anything but like a single glove. That is that little moment that they write is perfect. Perfectly burlesque, where a good performer can, and of course, you know, people want to see more, but yeah, a good performer is gonna just make the audience look, you know, there's a little bit of feeling to kind of get them be like, hey, you want what's underneath this, right? And then to like go in, maybe stop a little, because hey, you know, look who's in control. Like, you want this, right? Do you really want it? Like, it's a way of asking for applause without asking for applause. Like, it's, no one likes to do that. Hey, let's, you know, give me applause. Like that's it's a little cliche. So you would rather just have them like keep their eye on you. Just be like, come on, you know. And you can kind of tell like what, kind of ask the audience, what are you willing to give to see, like, you know, the rest of my hand, essentially. And then yeah, just or, you know, like I said, with my way, sometimes a lot of it matches the musicality. It's the same thing where you go, okay, got one finger, got another, here's another, want another one, you waiting? And then like these gloves match kind of what I'd have for my tuxedo mask. There's a little thing, and then it's the payoff with the music. So yeah, little lesson in tease. A very PG burlesque video of the legend Gypsy Rose Lee is on YouTube. Like if you Google like Gypsy Rose Lee burlesque, there is a scene in a movie where like there's a little bit of music, but it's her talking to the audience about just like, oh, this is what it's like, you know, building anticipation, and this is what the audience, you know, expects of me as a stripper. And she takes off like an overskirt and then like I think like a little bolero if I'm correct, but she doesn't take off the whole thing. The whole audience is just like transfixed by her because, you know, she's very coy about it. Like she is a very witty woman, a very charming woman, and so she doesn't take off very much. And even at the end, she's just like da-da-da, gloves, and then like takes them off very casually, and then runs behind the curtain. And because that is a movie, she can't like take it all off like she would do normally. But then at the end of her little monologue, she's like, that's all you get to see of me. Bye. Kind of basically. And it's so well done. I love it so much. Like, it's something I enjoy. This is why I like taking burlesque classes, even as someone who's performed for over 10 years, minus pandemic and slow moments, that I enjoy like going back to what I love about burlesque, because I never actually intended to be a performer. I could have been fine just watching and then, you know, just taking the classes for fun, even though I think I'm also a little bit of an attention whore, so I think that was like inevitable. I do love theater and stuff. I'm just not great at acting or singing, so, you know, using movement is kind of my forte a little bit. So maybe it was a little inevitable that I would perform, but I think it's easy to get caught up. Something I kind of realized, and this is why I'm also fine just not having a lot of shows to do, is it is easy to get caught up in the hustle and turning it into a job. And like, this is never going to be a job for me. Like, you don't make a lot of money doing burlesque. There are people who do make a lot of money performing, like not a lot of money, but enough to like make a living. But then usually they have to have like related side hustles, like, you know, modeling and private gigs and stuff. But and that's just like not something that would interest me. So but it's still just easy to get caught in the hustle because, you know, of course you want all the stage time, you want to stay relevant, you want those opportunities to be on the stage, and also sometimes the way shows are run, for a while, like when I co-produced, it was a weekly show, and like not the cast rotated, so you would have time, but then you get really excited about themes and being like, oh yeah, I have this idea, you know, the ADHD brain goes up and you have a billion ideas and you want to do them, and then you just kind of get caught up in everything. And yeah, so I think like for me, taking a break and slowing down and being like, okay, this is kind of remembering what I enjoyed about burlesque, and then going back and applying it to my routines instead of just getting caught up in the frenzy, and almost and having it reflect in my acts, where it's just like that frenzy and that need to like do it all gets kind of caught up in the act. So then there's less of those slow moments where it's just building the anticipation. Sometimes it's a little too fast, or like I get caught up in the narrative. And so yeah, this was mad props to 2.5 Studios and the writers for writing this. This is like, I don't know, it's like 5 lines or something before it goes off to more sexy stuff, like more sexual stuff. But just, yeah, having that little moment was just really, really amazing. Like, it was so well done and just kind of reminded me of why I love burlesque. So yeah, that's something I wanted to share. I also figured it was like a nice little supplement, so you get a mini burlesque lesson instead of the spicy scenes. My cats, it's dinner time. I'm surprised they haven't started screaming at me and like stomping around my desk. So I'm going to feed them, and I think we're gonna kind of wrap up the morning after, and that'll be it. But let me go feed my cats before they start revolting or puking, because my older cat will puke out of hangriness. Switch over. starting to like kind of cool down again. The temps are like dropping rapidly, so I grabbed something. But yeah, so thank you for coming to my burlesque TED Talk, essentially. Okay, so in this version, we just slept with Casper, even though I guess, you know, leave it up to your imagination. You open your eyes, blinking as sunlight streams in from your window. And there laying next to you is Casper, his hair strewn about the pillow, his body tangled in the blankets, and his chest rising and falling with his soft breasts. A smile spreads across your face, and a warm fuzzy feeling settles in your chest. Casper is really there, right next to you. It feels like a dream, almost. A crazy one at that. Honestly, if this were all a dream, it would make much more sense. An immortal Grim Reaper, the soul he just couldn't take. It sounds like the plot to a bad novel. But here you are. And here's Casper in the flesh. Gently you reach out and stroke his hair. He shifts, eyes fluttering open. Sunshine. Grimmy, Casper, or Moonlight. Okay, like this. Like what? It's cute, right? I'm supposed to be like Sunshine. You're definitely more like Moonlight. It's cute, I suppose. I feel like though, Moonlight. That's a Hana nickname. I feel like, but I like it too much. You're still here. I'm still here. Work doesn't need you. Work always needs me. But there's something more important than that to me at the moment. Oh yeah, the little bit about Sunshine and Moonlight is also like, you're really me and the companion? Like, he's a Leo, so he talks about being, you know, bright like the sun. I'm a Sagittarius, so not quite Moonlight, but you know, going back to my Wiccan stuff, Artemis is one of my gods. So yeah, weird coincidence, but totally perfect. Okay, but there is something more important than that to me at the moment. Yay, we're making Casper not have his life revolve around his job because, God, both he and I, it's relatable. But yeah, you know, don't let your work define you, especially if your employers are questionable, like it sounds like this Grim Reaper agency is. Hi, Pietro. Oh, Pietro, don't fall. Okay. He's a little clumsy for a cat, but also like, yeah, the way my desk is a little messy, there's not much space. More important than the cycle of death and rebirth, we're all Casper. It's like, yeah, his job is kind of important. Yes. So when you say it like that, it sounds like I'm being negligent. Just a little. Whoa, the frown, the little pouty frown. You have become precious to me. I have thought you'd wake up and regret it. Regret? It is not a feeling I am accustomed to. There has been no room for regret in my long life. There has only been following commands, day in and day out, more of the same. I feel I only learned regret once I met you. So what exactly do you regret? Had I not told you the truth of how I felt, then I would have felt regret. And if I do not do all in my power to keep you safe throughout the difficult days to come, then I will feel something far worse than regret. What are we gonna do, or what's next for us then? Well, I must return to work. Being gone for too long will raise suspicions. That makes sense, or I wish you'd stay. I wish I could stay. I feel that running away from my responsibilities will just end in heartbreak. I would not see you hurt, even if you are a complete idiot. Hey, where did that come from? Only an idiot would get involved with someone like me. Therefore, you must be an idiot. Takes one to know one. You may be right, but at least I am very handsome, charming, and overall perfect idiot. It hurts to know you can't lie sometimes. You really think all of that's true, huh? Obviously. So you go back and then... Tomorrow is day 10 of our bet. I am acutely aware. I need some time. Perhaps something like this has happened before. Maybe there's a way to clear your name. To clear my name of death? It does sound unlikely, but you are a special case. They will have to understand that. Give me time, sunshine. I will try to work something out. Alright, but please stay safe, Casper. I'm more worried about you. Yeah, I was like, job is not... doesn't take too kindly. There's nothing to worry about. You said they could kill you for not getting my soul. Okay, there is something to worry about then. But I do not expect them to act that quickly. I don't know, like, Casper, you've been trying to get our soul for a while. I've been a model Grim Reaper for the majority of my lifetime. I would hope that means something. It's like, I'm gonna have to teach Casper more about how jobs do not value their employees a lot of times. I mean, I bet some workplaces do, but... Are you going right away? Well, he looks at you with eyes that say he doesn't want to go. It breaks your heart just a little bit. How about breakfast first? Oh god, please no, I'd like that. I feel like it would be mean to be like, no. So I think we say I like that. Why don't we cook together? Yeah, that's a better idea. I'm not sick now, so I can help. It is not necessary, but I will allow it. Permission to use my own kitchen granted, or now I know it won't burn down. Like the first one. You're amusing, immortal. Amusing is my middle name. We've got a lot of middle names here. I think you are lying, but I will pretend you are not. And what will we make, Chef Casper? Any suggestion? I've got something perfect. Vegemite on toast. I have not heard of this Vegemite. What is it? Oh man. You're gonna hate this. Wait, before we eat, you didn't bring a change of clothes, did you? No, I hadn't expected to stay the night. Right. I might have something that fits you. How do we have something that fits Casper? Like, I seriously doubt that. No, I really might. Can I pick something? Should I be scared? Oh, we should always be a little scared when it comes to me, Casper. Or, no, of course not. Say no, of course not. Fine. Dress me as you will. I will return whatever you give me the next time I see you. Yay. He's only ever worn that one outfit, so I'm like, wouldn't it be weirder if he came in something different? Like, you run off to search through your wardrobe. There must be something that'll fit Casper in here, right? You pick that clown core-ish outfit you picked up somewhere. Why did we buy this? That sounds so weird, but I don't know. I mean, I do have friends who are clowns, but I'm not a clown, so it's like, what? It's a military-like outfit with the harnesses. So the shuttle onesie. Turtleneck, high-waisted pants, and an oversized jacket. A trendy black and red waistcoat. or the comfy sheep outfit. Like, I like the look of this, and this is something that, like, the companion has, but also, if we're talking about fit, like Casper and the we character, we're definitely not built the same, so that would not actually fit him. I think we're gonna go with, because this is like similar to what Casper's style is, and we're a little worried about him catching attention. Let's go with this one. Aw, take a look, ta-da! It's very like Korean fashion. Go on, do a little twirl. Wow, that really suits you, hot damn boy, or Zowie mama. Yeah, hot damn boy. It fits well, surprisingly. But why can I not use the jacket sleeves normally? That's funny coming from you. Now, what exactly is that supposed to mean? You never wear your jacket right. You're always trying to seduce me with your sultry off-the-shoulder look. Seduce you? Oh, no crap. Is that not what you're doing? And it was working too. I'm kidding, Casper. It was? Well, of course. Seducing someone is straightforward for one such as I. There's that whole thing about, like, honest and truthful being different. Oh, I'm swooning. Maybe that's because I'm hungry, actually. You take Casper by the hand and pull him into the kitchen. What should be an incredibly simple cooking experience becomes a journey. One filled with peril and excitement and a healthy dose of chaos. What is he? Is he like backseat trying to cook? But by the end of it, you have 2 slices of Vegemite on toast. Casper doesn't look awfully impressed by the meal. Is it supposed to look like that? What, delicious? Or to tell you the truth, I've never had it before. And we're totally trolling him. I've never actually had Vegemite. Would be actually funny to be like, yeah, we've never had it. It's just this jar that we bought randomly, sitting around, even though, in our household, because the companion does work for a food company, we do sometimes have randomish things, but he tends to be pretty deliberate with, like, what he brings back, because he knows what he likes. He'll bring me back things and be like, do you like that? Do you think your parents will like it? Because my mom's always asking him for free food. So yeah, maybe we have a jar of Vegemite. Oh, he's calling this out. Then why are we making it for breakfast? I thought it'd be fun to try it together for the first time. Then let us commence the meal. Casper picks up his slice, you pick up yours. You stare each other in the eye. Who will draw first? Casper, apparently. He brings the toast to his lips and takes a large bite. You do the same. It's terrible, fine, you suppose. The best thing you've ever eaten. I don't know. I'm trying to think of, like, what do my Aussie friends say about Vegemite? I think they've said it's, like, fine. I don't know. I feel like maybe one of them doesn't like it. But I'm gonna say it's terrible just because I want to see his reaction. It's strong, it's salty, it's almost meaty. What a terrible breakfast food. You look towards Casper. Oh boy. Yeah, he's not a fan. He stares back down at the toast as if it had said something offensive about his mother. You like it then? Or what do you think? You can see the conflict in his eyes. He wants to lie so badly. The taste is... You can say it. This is the worst thing I've ever eaten. Somehow I knew you'd hate it. You're so cute. Why is it like that? Who enjoys it? The whole continent of Australia. Or I have no clue, it's terrible. I never stare at Australia. Like I have no clue, it's terrible, right? You don't know how happy I am that you agree, Sunshine. We can share in this misery together. Amen. Anyway, it's about time I made my way home before I draw further ire from my employers. We will talk soon, okay? I will figure something out. Just perhaps it would be a good idea to stay inside your home today. Why? I have a bad feeling, I suppose. I didn't peg you for the superstitious type, or I was planning on it anyway. A day of relaxing is in order, methinks. I will return these clothing items to you soon enough. But it all looks so good on you. I know. It should be a sin being this good looking and everything. Next time I'm giving you a little maid dress and making you clean my house. Oh, that would be my face if you told me to put on a maid outfit. Like, not. Sorry guys, not a fan. I'll be your butler, but yeah, no maid outfit for me. It's like, yes, Casper, or you look like you want to say something. Nine hells, I think I'm gonna die if this godforsaken fluttering in my stomach does not cease. I love you, Sunshine. Be well. I love you too, Casper. Don't die, alright. That is the goal. He gives you a gentle kiss before he turns towards your window. I do wonder, like, because this would be... So we kiss in the not safe for work scene, and the safe for work one we just sleep. So it's like, oh, is this like our first kiss? But maybe we kissed in the Fade to Black. Once again, I have a door. It's too late. He's gone out the window again. What a weirdo. With a happy sigh, you turn back to your room. Time to entertain yourself for a little while, you suppose. You spend the day with Richard, clean up your apartment and play around on your computer. Richard seems our kitty's very tolerant of Casper, it appears. It's a little boring now that Casper isn't here, but you manage. You spent years without knowing Casper. Why should you be bored now? But you come to realize that you are indeed feeling a little lonely with him gone. As the moon rises high in the sky, you finish washing your dishes, then turn back to your room. Oh, turkey. So I think, yeah, we're gonna call it here for tonight. We finally went on the real date with Casper. Yeah, and then I got to expound a little on burlesque and kind of fan out over the scene that sadly, like, I cannot show you. You will have to get the game yourself. Let's see, I'm gonna go. Okay, we'll just save over this mostly because I will forget to look over the other section. But yeah, like I said, you'll have to get it yourself if you would like to see the not safe for work stuff, because that's not true. I have seen streamers, like, you know, kind of do clips of it or like censor stuff out. I'm not that technologically advanced, and also, like I said, sometimes I think it's better to leave a few things up for the imagination. But yeah, I love this game. This game has been just really delightful, and then just having that little moment that made me happy with the writing was an extra bonus, and I'm glad I got to share it with y'all. Yeah, glad we got a really, like, the whole confession with Casper was also, I think, really well done. Just some of those lines, like, I love, like I said, I love romance. It's the everything else. Unfortunately, that's how my grave romanticism ends up being, is I fall hard and fast. Apparently some of that's due to, like, ADHD. And then, like, it kind of fades getting to know somebody. So I love the idea of falling in love, and I love the idea of people. And then kind of once you get to know them, like, it's fine. Like, I would say I love the companion, but it's kind of the romantic and sexual attraction element is, like, I would say weaker than, like, you know, an allosexual pair or an allosexual person. So yeah, it's something I have to work toward for because he is allosexual, and so an eternal, to me, like, it's kind of an eternal struggle when you're different orientations, but it works, which is why I talk about it a lot on my socials, because I think it is important. I had to figure a lot of it out by myself, and this was before asexuality was very common. And I'm going to get on my soapbox a little bit here. I see still, like, the agate not included in conversations, especially with everything going on right now, and I think that's particularly harmful. There was a study that, like, Yasmin Benoit, the British ace activist who's also a model, was a part of, and found out that 1 out of 3 people in the UK believe that, like, asexuality can be cured, and that's a very dangerous mindset because, you know, aces also experience conversion therapy, and so yeah, and then that's not to, like, even get to aromanticism and being agender, which are two things that don't get talked a lot about, and, like, being agender, that everything that's going on the attacks of basically non cisgendered folks applies to people who are agender as well. And then, yeah, aromanticism is also just something that's really hard to, like, get visibility for, and especially, you know, this time of year, Valentine's Day is a little rough, but also next week is aromantic awareness week. And so, yeah, like, I used to think I was kind of a shitty person just because of the way I am oriented towards, where I was just like, oh, I like the idea of someone. That sounds really awful, but it's just kind of how my brain works. And lately I've been reading a lot about, like, neurodivergence and how, like, it connects with aro and ace people, and, like, kind of, you can definitely see how, like, my ADHD plays in a little bit with the falling hard and fast, and then my autism playing in because just interactions are weird. Touching is a little weird. Like, I think when it comes to, like, physical contact, I prefer to interact with somebody like a cat a little bit, but yeah, so I'm talking about this just so that people know, like, you're not alone if you are on the aro and ace spectra, like, and that, like, we're not all a monolith, so everybody's experiences are different, and some people, it is going to be harder to, if you are with an allosexual, and maybe it won't work out, but we've managed to find something that kind of works, and that's always, like, something I try to help other folks out, where it's like, yeah, you know, it's a lot of conversations, it's therapy, it's a lot of reflections, it's compromise, and even going, like, over 14 years in a relationship, I feel like, especially as I'm very burnt out now, and also trying to unmask, like, I'm still uncovering struggles. So yeah, and I think that's also why playing this game is really fun to me, because it allows me to revisit those moments from earlier in our relationship, and also to kind of remind myself that, oh yeah, like, this is not how other people react. So maybe I gotta kind of just, it's fine to be myself, but also kind of, you know, not be shitty, basically. Like, I think that's the best we can do, especially in an awful time like this, where everything feels like it's on fire, and it's really scary if you are basically not a cishet white man who's rich. Like, geez, like, that's another okay, I don't want to end things on a depressing note, but just, yeah, you know, just don't be a jerk to people unless they're Nazis, and then at that point, that's more like, you know, treat others how you would want to be treated, and if they're not willing to give you the grace back, then, like, you know, you gotta stick up for yourself. You know, it's the do no harm, take no shit. That's my approach to Wicca. Basically, do no harm, take no shit. So, like, yeah, don't mess with me. But also be kind to yourself, because that's something I've had to learn. And I'm still working on. So, yeah, thanks for joining me on this post-Valentine's Day stream. Probably gonna do another one sometime in March, maybe. Like, I'm, because I've been sick, like, my whole schedule's all over the place. But, you know, Companion's gonna go off and play Magic sometime in March. So, like, I will probably stream unless I decide to go to a con, because there are a couple cons that I've been eyeing, but I've also, like I said, been tired. But yeah, I will keep you all posted when that comes around, and kind of ditto for shows. I am like working on submitting auditions for stuff in the distant future, like later in the year, assuming that the world doesn't completely explode. And then also, like I said, there's the poetry storytelling event this upcoming Wednesday. 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. You can check the links in my profile. There's also a link to my YouTube where I post all the VODs, and you can watch all my fun aerial stuff. Like, I'm obsessed with the aerial change right now, even though I don't get to do them that frequently. And then me on socials, where I kind of both rage at the state of the world, but also just share like cosplay and show pics from the past. So yeah, hope you all have a good night. I'm gonna see. I don't think anybody that I follow is live now, so I don't think we can raid. But yeah. So yeah, I'm just gonna sign off, and everybody take care. See you later.